Welcome, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, to your mid-monthly reading. Welcome to the Moral Compass channel, where my aim and mission is to assist you with your personal growth transformation by bringing you the wisdom of Ifa and the ascended ancestors to help you tweak your mindset and your daily habits for effortless growth in your life. Let's start off with your mid-monthly. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, where you could be updated on my new podcast. I guess that's the direction we're going in. My new podcast topics, where I'll be bringing in topics about personal development, changing your mindset, incorporating new habits that are aimed towards your life goals and stuff like that. So I'm more centered about personal growth, behavioral modification, mindset modification, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So let's see what's going on. All right. Just going to be a quick reading here. My mentor gave me a little mini spread, honey, because I like to go in the veil and, kind of wonder and talk and talk and talk. So we're going to move on with this. At the bottom of the deck, we have stress. Things eating at you. People eating at you, meaning not literally, figuratively. In Irosumehi air signs, that Odu speaks of things not moving as smoothly and more effort is needed in order to succeed. Things are not as bad as they seem. Lucy Progreso. Some of you need to attend, those who are initiated need to attend to your echus or eleguas. Please look into that. Go to your ilays, to your elders. Don't just take my word for it. What I hear, I'm just a messenger, okay? Put a little utia on him and, all that good stuff. But back to what I was saying about Erosun, making sure that people are not getting under your skin. You're not allowing people to frustrate you and irritate you. Erosun connects to Onrin Mehi, which lives in the west. And what's going to save you, as Ifa says, or be your protection, is your maturity and how you handle the situation. Lucy Progreso, a lot of you are concerned about finances and expenses eating at your finances here. And they're saying that more begets more. So don't feed into that mindset. A lot of you air signs, Lucy Progreso, must be mindful and careful with, in Creole, we say that is someone who is on rat mode souffle. Meaning someone who's kind of like a snake. They smile in your face and then the backstabbers, those type of people. So be mindful of that this mid-month of June, air signs, okay? So in our first position here, right now, some of you air signs feel alone, in solitude, and the ancestors are saying that you need to look ahead, elevate yourself. Some of you also need, Lucy Progreso, to do some ancestral elevation. Please contact an espiritista and someone who is well-versed, Lucy Progreso, who has the ache for that, the license for that, to assist you in that. But right now, a lot of you air signs feel like you have to do a lot of things on your own, and you're kind of on no man's land, and you're just isolated, and feel like you're in this bubble. Some of you, Lucy Progreso, feeling like it's kind of a struggle to get things resolved in your life. And ancestors are saying there needs to be a mending of your mindset and not to have that pessimistic thinking or that negative thinking, and to really heal and work on that. A lot of you also are looking to elevate your status, meaning your social status, your status of life, and material things and of that sort. Okay? Lucy Progreso, but with this mindset type of lack of type of mindset, air signs, we want to be mindful and careful, because you don't want to bring in the energy of confusion. Okay? You don't want to bring that in. You want to be sure that being alone doesn't mean you are alone spiritually. You're never alone. God gave us all a guardian angel, a cuadro spiritual, and this will help you also, Lucy Progreso, weed out and be more better discerning when it comes to choosing whom we want in our life. Okay, a lot of you who are in the spiritual community too may feel like um, you don't fit in. Okay, you don't fit in, and that happens for a reason. So you need to take the time out to contemplate here, Lucy Progreso, to see what your life path is, and if you know your ita, your odu, your sign, to make sure that you reread that and get a better understanding. Go to your elders to get a better understanding. A lot of you, we want to make sure that we're not holding on to past emotions that can trigger us, okay? And that could cloud your judgment of what's really important, okay? Because in the obstacles position, it shows that you guys are in need to really assess what's truly important for you at the moment and block out the distractions, okay? We want to be ushering in the spirit of opportunity, the spirit of resolutions and happiness and good luck. Yes, those are energies and spirits in some certain paths and cultures, okay? So some of you are feeling like you are lacking the answers that you need in order to move forward, and the divine and ancestors are saying that they will bring this in. But what's really necessary is knowing what's a priority for you and what's truly important for you, okay? Your strength here is knowing who you are. To my female viewers, knowing who you are as a woman. How do you want to be perceived? How you want to be treated? What are your values? Those are your strengths. That you stand on your morals, that you know who you are, what your values are, what you will accept and what you will not accept. For the male viewers, if there are any, your strength is knowing to be receptive. So you are a man who is very receptive, who is very graceful. Lucy Progreso ancestors are showing me metrosexual, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're, even though I use the term metrosexual, that has nothing to do with Lucy Progreso, with your sexuality, because sexuality doesn't equate to your character. Your character and your sexuality are two different things. Yes, Lucy Progreso, your sexuality may influence parts of your character, but it is not your character. When I meant metrosexual, I meant men who like to care for themselves. They like to groom themselves, Lucy Progreso. They like to look nice and care for themselves. So the extra shaving, the tanning, the lotion, just making sure they're caring for themselves and being very receptive to their partners in life, their friends in life, and being very intuitive, okay? And this, in general, with your outcome, will lead to a different path for you, and being very being very decisive. Sorry about that. And making the right decisions based on your needs and wants, and based on what your intuition is telling you. A lot of you air signs, Lucy Progreso, are dealing with a female who is wishy-washy. She don't know what she wants. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. She doesn't know what she wants at the moment. And I'm gonna pull some clarification cards to see what that's all about. But Lucy Progreso, generally, she's looking for the male viewers, or for those who are in the same sex relationship. This woman is looking for something that is someone who is stable, someone who is reliable, someone that she can count on. Okay? And it seems that she may kind of have her options open. Like, I'm not really going to count on you. I'm going to see what's really out there for me. Okay? So let's move on here. and really see what's going on mid-month. Um, a lot of you air signs on the bottom of this deck, because it cut naturally. A lot of you, you're making things too complicated. Okay? It says simplify your life, but it's reverse. A lot of you in the past, Lucy Progreso, were complicating things. And you didn't need to complicate it. Or at that time, you did feel the need to complicate it, but the ancestors are saying that it's unnecessary, or it was unnecessary. So right now, we need to turn this energy upright and really declutter your mind, certain beliefs that no longer are serving you or are holding you back, people who are distractions or just negative Nancy's, and also physical things. But you want to release the weight, Lucy Progreso, and not really complicate things. Sometimes in life, life can be very simple, but we tend to complicate things through the lens that we are viewing certain situations here. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, ancestors on point, honey. They give me 5 exactly. Yes, exactly. Give me 5. All right. Yes. On the bottom of this deck, it's going with the flow. It says everything is smooth sailing. Okay, Lucy Progreso. Since this is a winter theme on this card, they're showing me by Christmas time, that a lot of things will come to fruition. And also, someone from the past may reappear. I don't know if that's such a good thing. So please be discerning with people who are returning in your life, air signs. But at the end of the year, things will really take hold, and where you can, Lucy Progreso, have a sigh of relief, the ancestors are saying, from the issues that you've been going through in the recent past. Okay, air signs, a lot of you ancestors are saying that you are the torchbearer, you are the leader, you are the head of the household. Other people look up to you as that leader, as that strong person. And a lot of them are actually walking in your footsteps. They're seeing how you are happy and enjoying your life, or going through life, making it look easy, even though it's not really easy for everyone, because everyone has their own life to bear. So right now you're in the energy of taking the lead. You're like, no longer am I allowing people to say, do, react certain ways that's going to get under my skin, or that's going to disrupt my flow, and I'm going to move forward. Especially Lucy Progreso, with some things that you've started, or goals that you have implemented from the past. I see a lot of you air signs are reevaluating that and trying to revamp those goals in order to move forward. I see a lot of you will get that spark of inspiration to attack certain issues that you were still dealing with in the present moment. Kind of like if you've avoided them, or you really didn't know how to address them, ancestors are coming in to say that they're going to give you that oomph that you need, that the resolutions that you need to move forward here, and to really address those situations once and for all. And your next steps is all about finding what makes you happy, and finding or attracting people who are like mind of yours. Okay, creating, Lucy Progreso, in an environment of ambiance, the ancestors saying. So whether that is your own home, making it feel more comfortable, and being more comfortable in your skin, and being yourself, celebrating your wins no matter how small. Okay, in the obstacle position, a lot of you are having issues with knowing that you have to take the time out to meditate and seek the answers from your own spiritual team, and from your own ori, meaning your higher self. There is an issue with air signs, even though that's the fastest element, magically speaking, that your mind and your life, you're running it like 1,000 miles per minute. And ancestors are saying you need to learn to not look outside of yourself for answers, that you need to sit down and really map out things and really take the time, Lucy Progreso, to ponder upon what is it that you want. They're making me pull out the key card so that you can get the answers that you are seeking, so things can resolve themselves smoothly, Lucy Progreso. For the males and the same sex marriages, I heard, Lucy Progreso, some of you will things will get resolved, and you guys will meet a middle ground. You will come to a compromise. As a side note, Lucy Progreso. So with the obstacle, it's learning not to look for answers in other people or other objects or other trinkets. It's about sitting down and pondering, okay, what direction do I need to take? What resources and knowledge do I have to start implementing this goal and reaching this goal, and doing the necessary research, or just meditating, because your higher self and your guides and your quadro spiritual, your spiritual frame, will give you the answers that you are seeking. And Lucy Progreso, because a lot of you ancestors, the ancestors are saying that you are stressing too much and it's breaking up the frequency. Meaning, when you're stressing, you're calling in that energy and you can't hear them. You cannot hear your intuition speaking to you, and you cannot see the way forward if you're disrupting the communication, your flow, your energy to see where you are going. In the strength position, it shows that your strengths are that you know that where you're going is the right path, but sometimes you doubt yourself. Okay? So you know to walk by faith and not by sight and what your mind tells you. Because again, you are crowned with the wisdom air sign. That's air. That is thought. That is speech. So Lucy Progreso, we want to speak our will, like Baba Ejiogbe said, the supporter, my favorite from Baba Ejiogbe, to speak our will into existence and only focus on what we want. So speaking about, okay, I'm going to get that new house. I'm going to get that new car. I'm going to get that new, and not focus on why is this happening? What is this issue? Da 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 da. Lucy Progreso. The ancestors are saying that a lot of you are in a relationship with a certain woman who can possibly be another air sign, or she has air in her chart, or Lucy Progreso acts like an air sign, meaning she's very cerebral. She's very analytical. Okay. There's a lot that you guys don't know about her, but at the same time, you feel guided towards her, and you will move towards her, and things will start to get clear of what you think is possibly concerning, or what you think she's possibly hiding, or generally just to getting to know who she is. Okay. And at the outcome here, I do see, again, we were speaking about trusting yourself more and listening to your higher self, listening to your guides and ancestors, because if you don't, this will complicate things for you, and you'll make mistakes that you didn't need to make if you were calm and you took things a day at a time and went with the flow. That way things wouldn't be so tricky for you. Look, and we have Inguas. What is this? Yes. Lucy Progreso. Inguas at the bottom of the deck without me shuffling. It talks about our relationships, being in the relationships, our current relationships, and evaluating that, whether it is platonic, romantic, our familial relationship. And also, I want to focus with the relationship with ourselves, okay? And really vibing with ourselves and vibing with other people. That way, the nurturing energy, the compassionate energy is ushered into our lives, Lucy Progreso, and things aren't stale. Because the ancestors saying that a lot of air signs are in relationships or attracting relationships where it's stale. So the water energy, the emotions, the passion is kind of lacking. Okay, so you want to become closer to that person or new person. Okay, so let's continue, and I'll conclude the readings there, signs. I want to make it short, but when the ancestors speak, I listen. Eyes a listen. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have excuse me, we have the gas, and that speaks of breakthrough. That speaks of a new beginning. Lucy Progreso. Ancestors saying that you want to be more open to past experiences, meaning not Lucy Progreso. Ifa says that to judge but don't condemn. Okay, you want to read to be objective. You want to extract the lessons and the information that you need to move forward in the right way this time around. Okay, for those of you who've had issues with past partners romantically, they're saying not all of them are so terrible. So you need to look at it differently, okay? Because there is a new beginning, and some of you, there, that person is a soulmate, and it's very passionate. So you want to take another discerning look and look at things, because Lucy Progreso ancestors are saying that things weren't that bad. So, like you were making it out to be. Okay, it's kind of feeling like Irosum, but things weren't that bad. So, with Irosum, with me saying with Irosum Meji, you don't want to put too much expectations on that person, because they're not God. They're not the Santos. They're not the Loa. They're not the elevated ancestors or the elevated masters. So we don't want to put too much expectations. Everyone has flaws. Okay? Be understanding, air signs. Be compassionate. Bringing in, again, ancestors are showing me that is dry. So you're too cerebral, some of you air signs, okay? You're too cerebral. We need that little bit of compassion. We need emotions to flow with that air, because water and air do mix. We need that oxygen in that water to flow so it can flow healthily and bring life. Because ancestors are showing me, Lucy Progreso, water without oxygen is stagnant. And we don't want that type we don't want that type of energy there. Okay. I see it leaning towards a relationship, but I want to focus on self. But with the messages, air sign, I will bring it through as the messenger, as the diviner, as the middle person. Okay. Lucy Progreso. Again, ancestors are reiterating reaching a middle ground. And they're saying in the past, at first, this relationship was kind of toxic. There was kind of power struggles, Lucy Progreso, going on. Okay. And some of you left that behind in order to find your own happiness, in order to find what made, they're saying, satisfied, what would bring you satisfaction. Okay. What would bring you more happiness, even though you felt very deeply about this person. Excuse me. It came to a standstill. It really came to a standstill. But I see here, with that being said, Lucy Progreso, I do see here that Lucy Progreso, that things will start to change and things will start to revamp. I feel like there's a maturity that comes with age. Okay, ancestors were also saying that um the feminine energy, the woman here, was more caring, more compassionate, where the male energy was more fiery, more passionate. So he was probably more sexually driven, or he was just very on edge. That's what that energy feels like. Yeah, he was more on edge. The male energy feels like he was about his grind. He was about his work. He was about this. And the feminine was like, oh, okay, I'm going to take a chance on you. I'm going to, kind of stop what I'm doing to help you out. And that's not really a good thing to do, to like kind of put your life on hold in a sense and say, okay, let me help you bring about your goals. Okay. And that's not a good thing to do. Lucy Progreso, I do see another woman from the past here in the background. So that kind of put a damper on things too. If the feminine energy or the male energy, Lucy Progreso, came into that, or became cognizant of that. Okay, so I want to get out of that energy and focus more on self, ancestors, please. Moving right along, air signs. Let me finish, because the energy is, how would I say it? It's all over the place, and I need it to be grounded. Okay? I need it to be grounded. Hold on 1 second. All right, let me bring out the blues. Yeah, because I need this energy to ground itself. Ooh, because these winds are all over the place, and they got me running with. All right, let me count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm more grounded now because I was like, woo, our air signs flying? Okay. Right now, in the past, air signs, let's bring it back to self. You've dealt with a lot of people who are unhealthy, and you felt a lot of people were bringing harm, whether that was emotionally, Lucy Progreso, through their words or actions, and really eating at your happiness. Okay. And you were like, no longer. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to be happy whether you're unhappy. Lucy Progreso. Ancestors are saying misery likes company. So you no longer want to delve in that type of energy. And that's where you're leading to. Following your intuition, going with the flow more. Again, the ancestors are reiterating going with the flow. Listening to what makes you happy, what makes you feel happy. Okay, and what brings joy to you. Lucy Progreso. Ancestors saying, for you air signs, a lot of things will come full circle. And that's what in the obstacle section or position, you were having a little issue with getting in tune and connecting your Lucy Progreso, your heart to to your mind to your heart. There we go. Your mind to your heart and coming in accordance with that. Okay. And they're saying that that's what you need to get in touch with and move forward in the near future is to be intuitive, but back that up with logic. Okay. Because your superpower air sign is you will cut off or bring everything to a halt if you're not truly understanding what the F is going on. You will bring everything to a standstill until things are made truly clear to you. If there's even a little bump in the road that kind of makes things haywire, you will bring everything to a standstill. And that's good because then that will bring everything full circle and you'll get to see Lucy Progreso and recognize the milestones, like how far you've come thus far in your journey. Okay? So to sum it all up, air signs, it's all about getting out of that like mindset, getting into your own power, not letting your thoughts get the best of you, and really bringing in the connection with your emotions, with your intuition, with your logic. You don't want to be this mid-month too cerebral, and I know you're not going to be too emotional, but you want that perfect balance. Okay, air sign. So I hope you enjoyed your mid-monthly, and I will see you in the next video. Iboru, Iboya, Ibocheche.